Feeling hot, irritable, or stressed? This ancient tea recipe cools your body, soothes your mind. Honeysuckle Chrysanthemum Tea. A 5-minute TCM remedy for liver fire and why it works for modern stress too. Do you ever wake up in the morning and the first thing you notice is a dry, scratchy feeling in your throat? Or perhaps you find yourself getting snappy with your loved ones over small things, feeling a wave of irritation that seems to come out of nowhere. Maybe it's a stubborn, throbbing headache that settles behind your eyes after a long day of reading or looking at a screen. These feelings aren't just random signs of getting older. They are signals from your body. In traditional Chinese medicine, these are classic signs of what we call excess heat, or, more specifically, liver fire. This is an incredibly common imbalance in our modern world, often triggered by the stress that quietly builds up, the nights we don't sleep soundly, or a few too many meals of rich, fried or processed foods. It's as if the engine of your body is starting to overheat, and these little symptoms are the warning lights on your dashboard. The good news is that you don't have to just put up with it. There's a beautiful centuries-old herbal tea that can gently cool your system, ease that feeling of tension, and even support better digestion. It's a simple combination of honeysuckle and chrysanthemum flowers. Best of all, it's wonderfully simple and takes just 5 minutes to prepare, offering a moment of calm and balance in your busy day. So what exactly is this liver fire, and how can a simple flower tea help put it out? In traditional Chinese medicine, we view the body as a garden. For everything to thrive, there needs to be a balance of sunshine and rain, warmth and coolness. The liver is like a garden's planner and groundskeeper. It's responsible for ensuring that energy, or qi, flows smoothly throughout your entire body, just like a well-designed irrigation system waters every plant. When we are emotionally balanced and physically well, the liver does its job perfectly. But when we face constant stress, frustration, or anger, it's like a relentless heat wave bearing down on our garden. The liver system becomes overworked and overheated, and this is what we call liver fire. This internal fire then starts to rise upwards in the body, which is why the symptoms often appear in the head and upper body. Read, itchy eyes, headaches, a bitter taste in the mouth, irritability, and even a flushed face. It's like the steam rising from a boiling kettle. Modern life, with its constant notifications, traffic jams, and family worries, is a perfect recipe for stoking this fire. Modern science also gives us clues as to why this traditional remedy works so well. Honeysuckle, known as Jinyan Hua, is a powerful herb in TCM for clearing what we call heat toxins. Think of this as putting out spot fires of inflammation in the body. This is why it's so wonderful for us, or throat, or even a skin flare up. Scientific research has shown that honeysuckle contains compounds with natural antiviral and antibacterial properties, backing up centuries of use. Its partner, Chrysanthemum or Juhua, is famous for its ability to cool and soothe the liver. It's the go-to herb for those tension headaches, high blood pressure, and eye strain from too much screen time. Researchers have found that chrysanthemum is rich in antioxidants, which are compounds that protect our cells from damage and may support our overall heart health. Together, these two flowers create a gentle, cooling brew that addresses both the symptoms and the root of the overheating. Let me tell you about a gentleman I once knew, a retired accountant named David, who was 65th. He came to see me because his family was worried. He was always on edge, his face was oft unreadish, and he complained of constant ringing in his ears and dizziness. His blood pressure was also on the high side. He felt wound up like a tight spring. This was a classic case as liver fire blazing. We started him on a simple daily ritual: 1 cup of honeysuckle and chrysanthemum and tea every afternoon. He also made small changes to his diet, cutting back on spicy lemon and red wine. Within a few weeks, his wife was the first to notice the change. He was calmer, more patient with his grandchildren, and the redness in his face had softened. His head felt clearer. It wasn't an overnight miracle, but it was steady progress through consistent, gentle care. Putting out this internal fire isn't just about drinking one tea. It's about creating a lifestyle that encourages balance and wholeness. Think of it as creating a fire-safe environment for your body. Here are a few key strategies that work hand-in-hand with your daily cup of tea. We need to soothe the liver's energy, or what we call liver qi. Imagine your body's energy pathways are like a network of free-flowing rivers. Stress, frustration, and resentment act like dams blocking the flow. The pressure builds up behind the dam, and eventually the energy has to burst out in unhealthy ways, like anger or headaches. The goal is to gently dismantle the dam and let the river flow smoothly again. This is for anyone who sighs a lot, feels a lump in their throat, or experiences tension in their neck and shoulders. The simplest way to do this is through movement. A gentle walk in a park, simple stretching in the morning, or even just taking 5 deep, slow breaths can help release this stagnation. There's also a wonderful acuspur point on your foot called Tai Chong, or liver third. You can find it on the top of your foot in the webbing between your big toe and second toe. Gently massage this spot for a minute or two on each foot whenever you feel that tension building up. Second, we must clear heat through our diet. If your house is on fire, you don't throw more wood on it, you douse it with water. The same logic applies to your body. Certain foods are hot in nature and will only fuel the fire, while others are cooling and can help extinguish it. People who have a red face, acne, constipation, or a persistent bitter taste in their mouth can benefit greatly from this. Try to include more cooling foods in your diet, like celery, cucumber, watermelon, pears, and mung beans. At the same time, it's wise to reduce your intake of hot foods like lamb, chili peppers, garlic, and anything deep-fried or overly processed. Third, it's important to nourish what we call liver blood. A healthy liver relies on an ample supply of good quality blood to stay moist and flexible. Think of it like a plant. If the soil is dry and parched, the plant becomes brittle and weak. When liver blood is insufficient, you might experience symptoms like dry or blurry eyes, muscle cramps, especially at night, brittle nails, and dizziness. To nourish your liver blood, focus on eating dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, as well as beets, goji berries, and black sesame seeds. A little bit of high quality red meat, if you eat it, can also be beneficial, but it should be balanced with plenty of cooling vegetables. The fourth strategy is to calm the mind, which is connected to the heart system in TCM. The liver and the heart have a mother-child relationship. An agitated liver, the mother, can easily pass its heat and anxiety onto the heart, the child, leading to poor sleep, anxiety, and even palpitations. It's like an argument in one room of the house, making everyone else in the house feel unsettled. This is for those who have trouble falling asleep, wake up frequently, or have very vivid, stressful dreams. The best remedy is creating a peaceful evening routine. Turn off screens at least an hour before bed. The blue light is very stimulating and can disrupt your body's natural rhythm. Instead, try reading a book, listening to calm music, or practicing a few minutes of quiet meditation. Finally, we need to support our digestive system, which we call the spleen. A weak spleen can lead to the formation of dampness in the body. When this dampness combines with the heat from the liver, it creates a condition called damp-heat, which is particularly stubborn. Imagine a hot, humid, sticky summer day. That's what damp-heat feels like inside your body. It can lead to feelings of heaviness, sluggishness, digestive upset, and skin issues. To protect your spleen, avoid ice-cold drinks and raw foods, which can put out your digestive fire. Instead, favor warm, cooked meals like soups, stews, and steamed vegetables. Reducing sugar and dairy can also help to dry up the internal dampness. Remember, these are not quick fixes and daily habits. Persistence is the key to creating lasting balance. Let's look at 2 simple daily routines you can easily incorporate to help cool and calm your system. The first, of course, is our star remedy, the Honeysuckle and Chrysanthemum Soothing Tea. Let's make a cup together. You will need about 1 teaspoon of dried honeysuckle flowers and 1 teaspoon of dried chrysanthemum buds. I prefer using the small unopened buds of the chrysanthemum as their cooling energy is more concentrated. You can find these at most Asian grocery stores or online. To this, add 1 or 2 goji berries. These little regens add a touch of natural sweetness and are famous in TCM for nourishing the liver and brightening the eyes. If you like it a bit sweeter, you can also add a single slice of the Chinese honey date, which also helps to soothe the stomach. First, place the herbs in your cup and give them a quick rinse with a little cool water to wash away any dust. Pour hot but not boiling water over them. Water that's just off the boil is perfect, as boiling water can damage the delicate flowers. Let it steep for about 5 minutes. You'll see the water turn a pale golden color. You can sip it warm or let it cool down and drink it chilled. The best time to drink this tea is after a heavy or greasy meal, or in the mid-afternoon when stress levels tend to peak. Now, a word of caution. This tea is cooling in nature, so it's not for everyone. If you are someone who constantly feels cold, has cold hands and feet, or tends to have loose stools or diarrhea, this tea might be too cooling for you right now. Good self-check is to notice how you feel after drinking it. If you feel refreshed and your tension eases, it's a good fit. If you feel chilled or your stomach feels rumbly, it's best to hold off. Our second routine is a simple mung bean and pear soup. Mung beans are like little powerhouses for clearing heat from the body. They are wonderful for people who experience skin breakouts, mouth sores, or just feel generally hot and bothered, especially during warmer months. To make it, you just need a handful of dried mung beans and 1 pear. Wash the mung beans well and place them in a small pot with about 4 cups of water. Bring it to a boil, then lower the heat and let it simmer until the beans are soft and have started to split, which usually takes about 30 to 40 minutes. Wash the pear, cut it into chunks you can leave the skin on, and add it to the pot for the last 10 minutes of cooking. The pear adds a lovely, gentle sweetness and moisture. This soup is best eaten in the afternoon or evening. Like the tea, it is cooling, so if you have a weak or cold digestive system, it's best to consume it in moderation. Listen to your body, it's the wisest guide you have. One of the most important principles in traditional Chinese medicine is that we are all unique. What works wonderfully for your friend or neighbor may not be right for you. It's a common mistake to hear about a miracle herb or food and jump on the bandwagon without first understanding your own body's constitution. Who is always cold might swear by her daily cup of warm ginger tea to boost her energy. But if you're already dealing with liver fire, drinking ginger tea would be like pouring gasoline on a fire. It would only make your symptoms of heat, like irritability and headaches, even worse. This is why we emphasize pattern differentiation. The same symptom, like a headache, can arise from many different root causes. Eye-throbbing headache behind the eyes accompanied by irritability points to liver fire. But a dull, persistent headache that feels better with pressure might be due to a deficiency of energy in blood. The first headache needs cooling herbs like chrysanthemum, while the second needs nourishing herbs like dongjui or goji berries. Treating them the same way would be ineffective and could even be counterproductive. So be a gentle observer of your own body. Notice your patterns. Do you feel better in warm or cool weather? Is your tongue pale or red? Do you have more energy in the morning or the evening? These are all clues that help you understand your unique needs. Don't be discouraged if something doesn't work for you. It doesn't mean you failed, it simply means you need a different approach. Health is a personal journey of discovery. Your body is incredibly wise. When it sends you signals like irritability, sleep slins, or a dry throat, it's not complaining. It's communicating. It's asking for balance. It's asking for a little more coolness to offset the heat of stress, a little more moisture to soothe the dryness, and a little more flow to ease the stagnation. Every small step you take to listen and respond is a profound act of self-care and a victory for your long-term health. This simple, fragrant tea is more than just a remedy, it's a ritual. It's a moment in your day to pause, breathe, and give your body exactly what it's asking for. It's the wisdom of your grandmother, now understood by modern science, waiting for you in your teacup. Try it today, especially if you've been feeling a little off lately. And then think of someone you care about who might be feeling the same way. Send this to them. Sharing the gift of wellness is one of the kindest things we can do. Have you experienced these signs of heat? I would love to hear your story. Comment with the word balance, and I can share another small tip tailored for you. Share this with a friend who often feels stressed or tired so they can learn to listen to their body's signals too. Remember, health is a journey we walk every day, not a destination we rush to. P.S. A quick tip on herbs. Freshness matters. Stale, old herbs won't have the same potent cooling effect. When you buy your dried flowers, make sure they are stored in a sealed jar away from direct sunlight. They should smell fragrant and floral, not